What up, y'all? Welcome back. It is King Ali in the building. Tonight, we are going to talk about this whole high value thing. High value this, high value that. I'm a high value man. I got a high value pencil. This coaster is a high value coaster. Okay, so let's just talk about what it is first off, so we don't get carried away. What is high value? What's a high value man? All right. So let's talk about high value. First off, what is high value? It's something that's worth more than a lot of other things. Most of the time in our society, we do tend to get caught up in the monetary value of something, which may not be its intrinsic value or may not be its symbolic value. There's a lot of different values. So when we're talking about values, we have to talk about what kind of values. Well, when we're dealing with people or a man, this would go for all around values, right? So if I asked you what made you a high value man, statistics alone couldn't make you a high value man. It could make you a rare man, which being rare doesn't extensively make you high value. Like you could be a man with three arms, or you could be a man that was born with two heads or one leg. Even though that's rare and you're a rare man, that doesn't extensively make you high value, right? So let's just get into it. What does make you high value? Well, of course, if we go ahead and just start from the top, of course, financial stability is going to be one thing. Okay. That's going to be one of the 10 things. Okay. Financial stability. Of course, you need to be financially stable. You need to earn well. I'm not saying you need to make $200,000, $300,000 a year, but you need to earn well. I would say you would need to be in the top 50% of earners, which is not too hard to do. If you're, middle aged or in your 20s or whatever, but you do need to earn a certain amount of money that you're able to take care of yourself and maybe even one other party if you're at it. Okay, and with that financial stability is going to come ambition. Of course, you need to have some form of ambition. You need to have a clear trajectory. Some people were born with a silver spoon, some weren't. Some have to work for it. If you were one of those people that needs to work for it, then you know what you got to do. You got to work for it. Now, when I say ambitious, I mean you need to have goals. Like life can't just be a coasting thing where you just coasting by because you're comfortable. You need to have some type of goals. All right. Some type of goals set forth. Spiritually, mentally, financially, you need to have goals, man. And you need to continue to strive to get those goals. And you need to make that what your world revolves around is, centering yourself and achieving your goals. So that's just one thing, but I feel like the earning part gets such a huge part of what makes a high value man in today's society. Like, I feel like a lot of guys just think, if you get a good job and start making six figs, it's going to automatically make you a high value man. And it won't. It really won't. There's a lot more you have to embody to be a high value man. It's like saying, if you have a certain amount of kids, it's going to make you a good father. That's just not true. That's just not true. It won't make you a good father for having a lot of kids. The second thing I want to touch on is emotional intelligence. Yes, as a man, you need to have emotional intelligence because a man that is severely emotionally unintelligent is a dangerous man. Emotional instability is very dangerous in men. You need to be self-aware. You need to be aware of your surroundings and know how your emotions and your actions impact others. That's very important. Hugely important, actually, because honestly, when you think about all passions of crime committed by men are things that were done out of non-self-control, right? Let's talk about that. And also empathy. You got to be able to have some empathy and connect emotionally and offer support when needed. That also makes you high value. That's one of the pinnacles of it. And you need to have extensive conflict resolution skills, meaning that anytime somebody disagrees with you, you can't just go into, oh, I want to fight you, or you can't just run away from every single problem you have. That's another thing as well. So all those fall under the realm of emotional intelligence. Okay. So emotional intelligence is very important. It's just very important for an adult, period. But if you're gonna call yourself high value, you have to at least be good at mastering your emotional intelligence. You don't have to be a master at it, but you have to be good at mastering it from time to time. You have to be good at it, okay? Because yeah, if anybody can just move you off center, like if I could just walk up to anybody and say anything and have them, hit me in the face and then I can sue them, that guy isn't really high value because I can move him off center easy. It's easy to move him off center. Mere words make this titan crumble, beneath me. So, true high value men aren't moved by words. You can't just knock him off center by saying something. It doesn't really work like that. You gotta try a little harder than that. So, but anyway. All right, so we got emotional intelligence. We got financial stability, of course. Now let's go ahead and go to appearance because that's the next thing people want to talk about. And no, being over 6 foot doesn't automatically make you high value. Let me tell you something. I've been 6'2" all my life. But yeah, there was a part in my life where I did not have a job. And hell no, I was not high value without a job. Come on, guys. But yeah, your health and your appearance is important to this high value thing. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you got to be a fitness nut, but you have to be conscious of your health. You have to be conscious of your health because what your health is a habit that you're going to eventually pass on to your offspring. Okay. And women know that. Men know that as well. It's a habit that you're eventually going to pass on to your offspring. And this is one reason why, people that are, let's say, more overweight or obese, they may have a harder time finding mates than people who are fit, is because they know, eventually, or it may be a good chance that this trait will pass down to their offspring because of their habits. You know what I mean? So you need to maintain your fitness as a man. I'm not saying you got to be some buff guy that benches 450 pounds and, you got to be at Gold's Gym every day like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you need to take your health seriously. Okay. If you're not in shape, then you need to at least be working on it. You know what I mean? Be working on it. And also grooming. I mean, it's not just working out, fellas. You need to, wash your ass. You need to make sure you need to make sure you are cleaning yourself properly, getting, whatever shape up, haircuts, whatever you need to do. Make sure your clothes fit you, make sure your clothes fit you. These are things that, go along with your appearance, make sure your nails are cut, all this stuff. This is basic stuff you learned when you were a kid though, you should have learned. But anyway, with your health and appearance comes confidence. So, but your confidence is automatically going to be affected by your appearance. I guarantee you. Once you improve your appearance, your confidence is going to just pretty much skyrocket. That's just the natural thing that happens with that. But having that confidence without arrogance is something that also can make you high value. Like, everybody knew certain people in high school or whatever, and these people could have been the cockiest people ever, right? They had all the rights, right? They were great at football, great at basketball, great at school, had all A's, whatever. But some of these people were the nicest people you can meet, right? They had that humbleness about them. They weren't really arrogant, even though they knew they could be, they weren't really that arrogant. And that was a respectable thing. So like I said, it'll come with that. So your physical health and appearance, like I said, huge one, but that's not it. All right. So next, I want to talk about your leadership skills. Leadership skills also make you high value. That's the fourth thing on this list, leadership skills. You need to know how to make decisions. You need to be the person to know how to not call other people in order to make your decisions. If every decision you make, you rely on the aid of someone helping you, then that's not high value. You need to be able to make your own logical decision. That's something you need to be able to do, especially in a professional context. If you're not making your own decisions in a professional context, you are in big trouble, and you can in no way call that high value, unless you have a partner, a business partner. That doesn't count. Your mindset, along with that leadership and vision, your mindset needs to be on point. You need to, have that long-term mindset when you can see certain things in the long term. What's up, everybody on my stream? What's up? where you can see things in a long term and you actually work to achieve them, which kind of goes with the first point I was bringing up with financial stability. And with that leadership is going to come automatically a protective nature. Okay. If you are a leader, you protect your team. If you are a shepherd, you protect your flock. That is just how it goes. You automatically have the demeanor of protection when you are a leader for a certain entity. So, in performing leadership skills, you need to have that protective nature about you. So that's also another one. So let's just recap real quick. Financial stability, okay, emotional intelligence, physical health, leadership skills. All right. The fifth one, this is one that's rarely talked about when it comes to what makes a high value man. Integrity, people. Integrity. It's crazy that I even have to say this, but integrity. Is this person even honest? Is this person even reliable? Is this person even respectful? You know what I mean? Integrity goes a long way. Your integrity and character, it goes a long way with what makes you a high value man. There can be a guy that makes minimal money. Okay. By minimal money, maybe he makes 65K a year, whatever. But if his integrity and character is through the roof, let me tell you something. The people around him are going to revere him as a high value man. Okay. He can probably even make less than that. And the people around him will revere him as a high value man based off of his integrity and character and how he makes them feel. You see, part of high value is being able to influence others through joy, laughter, positivity, these types of things, improving other people's life. You know, everybody has that stage where they need a coach. You know, maybe you need to be screamed at to do some push-ups every now and then. But for the most part, people do need positivity. So your character and your integrity is a huge part of that, fellas, a huge part of that. And I think that's one thing that gets ignored the most in this whole conversation about what makes a high value man. I think we need to breach on that more. We need to come into that more. It's not all about the money. Yes, the money matters a lot, but I mean, come on, everybody knows a rich douchebag, right? Everybody knows a rich douchebag. I don't know if I can't trust somebody, do I really consider them high value? You know, if I don't trust them, do I really consider them high value? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. We got number 5, which is integrity. Number 6, and y'all, if you don't know, if you just tuned in, we're going over a list of what makes you a high value man. What makes you a high value man? Okay, so number 6, we're gonna go over social skills. Social skills. Okay. Social skills is also, is also a big one. You do need to have social skills. You need to have some level of being charismatic, knowing how to connect to people, making lasting impressions, things like that. You need to know how to network. You need to know how to network. You need to be able to, talk to people, talk to your colleagues, obtain new connections, and network. That's just a part of business. But I mean, honestly, that's something you learn as a professional. If you got the first one down packed with the financial stability, you probably already have this one down packed, because if you've been in business long enough, you have networked long enough, and you know how to conduct yourself around certain people. You know how to work that charismatic nature about yourself and things like that. So you already know this stuff. And that's going to automatically breed respect from your peers and partners, of course, because they see how you moving out here in these streets. They see how you moving at these meetings. OK, you are a key player on the team, just like that meme. What's that meme say? You are a star employee, like just like that. But no, for real though, guys, you need to have social skills and influence. Okay. Social skills and influence. You don't have to necessarily have huge influence. Okay. But you need to at least have social skills to where you can move around a company and not be that nervous guy that's jittering all the time when being talked to. Okay. You have to have some level of confidence with that. But with the first 3 will come that, guys. Like the way this list works is once you work on one, the other automatically just follows. It's like a boulder. All right. So let's go to the other one. You have to, okay, the next one, you have to master masculinity. Okay. And when I say master masculinity, master your masculinity. Okay. What that means is If you feel a specific way when you do something and you're not comfortable, you just don't do it, you know? And not only that, certain things don't throw you off center. Okay? Things can't just throw you off center. You have mastered that center of masculinity within yourself to where you're not easily moved, you're not easily bothered. And with mastering masculinity, you'll come to understand that, everybody has a level of masculine and feminine in them. Yes, you may have a high level of masculinity, but you still do have to recognize that you can tap into feminine energy at any given time and be caring for, like, I don't know, a young cat or something, or I don't know, some animal you found on the street and you're like, oh my God, that's feminine energy, guys. That's feminine energy. You have to be able to tap into that at any time in a reserve. I'm not saying you got to walk around here with a break Barbie pin or something like that. No, but you need to be able to tap into that nurturing side at any time. Okay. That's also what makes you have value as well. If you can only harness masculine energy and you cannot harness feminine energy, then how can you really be high value? All right. So we talked about that. Let's talk about growth. Okay. And this kind of goes along with the first one, the finances, and also the fourth one, the leadership and vision. Let's talk about growth, because growth is not just subject to finances and leadership. Growth means that you are growing, okay? Not just financially, you are growing mentally throughout your life, okay? You're learning as you go. Your personal development is going up. You're adapting to life, okay? You're forming an open mind to things. Maybe you were closed off to listening to certain people's opinions beforehand, but now you are, because you realize that knowledge is power, regardless of who it's coming from, right? So once you experience that growth, you will develop other traits that will be more valuable to your professional life. I promise you that. I promise you that, because everybody can learn something from listening. There's nobody so smart that they shouldn't listen to anyone. Okay. And once you learn that, you will embody what it is to be a high value man. You need to be driven by purpose. Okay. Purpose. And you need to have a purpose and passion. Have a purpose and passion. When I talk to women and I ask them, what are things that you like about guys that turn you on the most? Non-physical things. A lot of them say guys that are passionate about something. It doesn't matter what it is, fellas. I guarantee it doesn't matter what it is. It could be, I'm passionate about repairing treadmills. I guarantee you, if there's something that you're passionate about, women will dig it. Do y'all remember Napoleon Dynamite, that movie? Remember when he was trying to get that girl at school and he was like, girls only like guys with skills. And he was trying to learn archery. That's kind of true, but women do love men that have some type of passion, something they're going after. Even if you suck at it, like say your passion was, I don't know, fixing dirt bikes or something, but you were just terrible at it, but you still did it over and over and over. That is an attractive trait to women, guys. That's an attractive trait. And that also makes you high value because it shows that you're resilient, and you don't stop. Winning the Super Bowl doesn't automatically maybe it does, but let's say winning a chess tournament or whatever doesn't automatically make you a high value, right? But the guy that kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going until he won, now that's even more high value because he's resilient. You can automatically tell. So passion is going to be the ninth one on this list. All right. Now let's talk about the last one, which is going to be valuing your time and energy. Valuing your time and energy. Okay. Now, a high value man is going to be selective about who he spends his time with, who he gives his energy to. Okay. Because if you're just giving your energy to everybody and anybody, then something that's just easily accessible can't be high value, can it? Right. So you have to be selective about, who you're in relationships with. You can't just be giving out your sexual energy to any and everybody that you think, has a nice ass or whatever. That will intrinsically not make you high value because it's not that hard to get you, and that's for men and women, honestly. And that is what it is. And you know, with that will come boundaries. You have to have established boundaries. You know, you can't be a high value man without established boundaries. You can't let people do things that you don't want done to you. You know, if somebody oversteps their boundaries, you check them. You know, you put them in their place and you keep it moving. That's high value. So let's just go back over this list. Okay, number 1, financial stability. 2, emotional intelligence. 3, physical health. 4, leadership and vision. 5, integrity. 6, social skills. 7, mastering masculinity. 8, continuous growth. 9, passion. And 10, valuing your time and energy. Guys, these are the things that honestly will make you a high value man. It's not all about how much money you make. It's not all about what kind of car you drive. It's not about you being 6'5" and having muscle. That has nothing to do with it, because things that are rare aren't automatically high value. Like I said, it is rare that people have flesh-eating diseases that kill them. Okay. Does it make you high value if you have a flesh-eating disease that kills you? No, even though that's something physically rare that not a lot of people experience. So I want us to stop conflating what is not common to what is high value. Okay. Because I could, like I said, I could find a rock outside that's shaped like Texas. That doesn't automatically make that rock a high value rock. Okay. The things that rock are made of makes it a high value rock. All right. I guess that could be the perfect analogy to use on this. All right. So y'all, we're going to go ahead and end the video right here. If you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. It's King Ali, and I'm out. Peace.